base and it's like, wait a second.
Has that happened to you before?
I've seen it happen once.
Wow.
Yeah. And there was a when cheese fails for it too.
Okay. Like proxy in the wrong spot, I guess.
No, they just proxied like right at the opposite team's natural bases.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Alright, so here we are. I'm ButteryGreg and I'm here with Anatares, and we are in game number 1 between Team Legion's Avilo, a new Team Legion player, and Metagaming's Alemecia. And looks like Alemecia is going to be spawning in the bottom left as the pink Protoss, and Avilo is going to be spawning in the top right as the red Terran. Yeah, let's pull up this APM here. Looks like Avilo's winning in the APM battle right now. This is what the early game is all about. Who has more APM?
Exactly.
He's pretty good at that rally point spam, so he's averaging over 100 here. Cross positions on Shakuras. This is always a nice matchup. We should hopefully see a bit of a macro game. This map is pretty friendly for early expands from both players.
Oh yeah. There's lots of places to go, and then there's that one in the middle at the back. Very easy to defend if you drop in there.
Yeah, you know, there's always destructible rocks that Blizzard really loves to have. But Terran can definitely sneak a third back there, or like on the bottom of the map or somewhere. And as Protoss, I personally have trouble scouting it because I just don't look in weird places for bases.
Yeah.
But eventually I will learn. Alrighty then. We've got Avilo. Cool thing, I'm almost positive that he knows that there's no vertical spawns. I mean, he's like a really experienced player. But he had his SCV down here, and this was just to do a little bit of scouting. He wants to look for some proxy cheese and just make sure that everything's going safe.
Yeah, I think he was just checking to see if there was a pylon.
Yep, absolutely.
He even checked the bushes over on the far right side of the map, in between the bases.
It's always a good idea to keep an eye on that.
Exactly. It's a great place to hide a proxy.
It is. It's one of the most annoying things is that Protoss can really... They don't even have to know where you are. They can just cheese behind the bushes back here, throw down 2 gateways, and if you don't scout it, you're almost certainly going to lose the game.
Exactly.
So,
but I don't see any cheese coming out of Alemecia. He's pretty standard build for Protoss.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a little interested in this early second gas geyser. He's sitting on 1 gateway right now, so I'm curious to see what he's going to do with this. It looks like Avilo is going to be opening with a Reaper Expand. He's got that Tech Lab, he's got an SCV heading down to his natural. He's probably going to throw down a command center in a moment here. And Alemecia, I don't know what he's doing. This early second gas, I think, is really kind of interesting. Usually if you're going for like a 1-gate expand, you really want to get that Nexus as soon as possible. And I mean, generally I don't get this second gas until after I've expanded. So, I don't know, his build is mystifying me for the moment, but I'm sure he's going to get a tech structure in a moment, and we will see. Looks like it's going to be a fast robo. Cool.
Holy cow, that is fast.
1-gate robo, always a fun build. Yeah, I agree with Sync a little bit here. A Zealot is always a good unit to have.
But he's got a sentry out, so he could FF if he really needs to.
Yeah, well, in real life we say force field, but yeah. He certainly could do that if he needed to. So, looks like Alemecia did go for that sort of 1-gate robo expand, which I think is interesting. I haven't really seen this before in PvT. And it looks like he's going to be chronoing out a fast observer now. Actually, I have seen this before one time. I saw it once when Kiwikaki was trying to hold a 1-1-1 on Zelnaga Caverns. And I think he could have done it, but he unfortunately messed up his build a little bit. But that's not really what this game's about, because we don't have a 1-1-1 coming up.
No.
We just see a nice bunker here at the front with nothing in it, and a lot of economy.
Engineering bay going down.
Yeah, I think he's gonna just start getting those upgrades at this point.
He's actually got 2 going down. He's got another one in behind the mineral line at the main base. So he's gonna push those upgrades pretty quick.
Yeah, I always think it's weird when players separate their upgrades like this, because, I mean,
Yeah.
if you hotkey them, of course, it's fine, but not too many people will hotkey their upgrade structures. And if we
Yeah.
look at Avilo's hotkeys right now, he doesn't have his engineering base hotkeys.
Nope.
Anyway, looks like there's a mystery pylon somewhere on the map. I kind of ignored it, but hey.
You know, I think they might just be screwing with us. I don't see one.
They could be. This is... I think this is a really weird build from Alemecia. He's got this Nexus up at his natural. He hasn't transferred any workers there. He hasn't made any workers there. It's kind of just sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of sentries and an immortal in his base. I'm confused all around at this point, actually. He's throwing down double forge. Alright, there we go. He's got some workers transferring now.
Good stuff.
I'm so confused. Sentry immortal push, is that what is about to happen? Immortals are great for taking down bunkers, but they're not so good.
I think he's got these units out just for to be defensive. He's got 5 sentries, so he's got plenty of energy between them to keep this large ramp force fielded up, and then the immortals can pick off anything that's below it because they just do so much damage and they're tough to kill.
That's true. That's true.
So I think he's just putting out the really defensive units at first, and then he's going to start warping in like some stalkers and maybe some zealots just to complement it.
Yeah, we will see, because he is starting to get those gateways going. He's got 3 now, and he's adding on... Actually, he's not adding on any more gateways. He's adding on a Colossus Den, also known as the Robotics Bay. And I don't know, I just think this is all around a strange build.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you about the sentries being good for force field, but Immortals, unfortunately, are just not very good at stopping Marines. If Avilo had gone for like a 2-Rax opener, he would have had, in my opinion, less trouble.
They'll definitely cut through the Marauders like butter, though.
Oh, they do, absolutely. Absolutely. But, I don't know, I think this is kind of a...
It's strange. They're both just kind of sitting in their base and trying to anticipate what the other person's doing.
Yeah, and they're both, I would say they're going kind of heavy on economy, but Alemecia only has 45 probes. He's actually behind Avilo's 51 SCVs. It's really not very good to be behind.
No, yeah. Because Terran can just call down OP mules.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, Terran kind of has to call down OP mules.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
People in the chat are saying DT expand, but I don't think DT when I see a robotics bay. That's just me.
Yeah, well, they're talking about what Avilo said, and it looks like
okay.
Avilo said that he thought there was a DT expand happening.
Oh, okay.
It looks like we're going to be seeing Blink soon, and Alemecia has added on a 4th gateway. Generally, players will get to 5 or 6 gateways off of 2 bases like this, but he is making Colossus at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And Avilo looks like he might be moving out soon.
So, say this could be a pretty strong bio push. With all these force fields, he'll be fine.
He's getting a 3rd base down here, and the stalker spots it.
Very nice.
He's moving his army back to get rid of it.
Yeah, I actually agree with this decision a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Alemecia is going to have trouble leaving his base, even though he is going to be quite well defended at this point. He's got a bunch of zealots.
Yeah.
Well, the zealots are on the wrong side. He needs to, swap these around.
In front.
It's okay, though. Hopefully, Avilo will transition into dropping into Alemecia's main right here. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know.
They're going up for Alemecia.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's about 13 minutes in, and we haven't seen a major push.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. It's been a very, very passive game so far.
Mm-hmm.
Generally, PvT is not like this. Terran is normally extremely aggressive because my understanding, of course, is a lot of Terran players don't really like to go up against the late-game Protoss army because you get those Colossus, you get High Templar, and all kinds of things just do an insane amount of damage to bio armies, you know?
Mm-hmm. Here we go. We might be seeing something now.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure where Avilo's going with this army. I think right now it would be very much so too late for him to push out. 2 Colossus are ready. He really needs to scan this and then get some Vikings. He still has Vikings.
He's just got 2, and don't see any more on the way. He's getting a Ghost Academy. It's about half finished now.
That's good. The Ghosts are going to be crucial here.
That could be devastating. Much as I love Protoss, I would love to see a nuke drop right on top of these Colossus right now. GG, no re.
It would be fantastic to see a nice nuke come down. I agree. All right, looks like this.
Moving out.
This is going to be a really strong push right here. Actually, lots of zealots to kill all the Marauders. Avilo only has 4 Vikings. However, there pretty much isn't any anti-air. There's these what is this, 5 sentries.
Exactly.
But I don't know.
Sentries don't really count as anti-air.
That's true. I think he may have waited too long to move out here.
He definitely should get some more stalkers in that ball, so that it could become a true death ball before he pushes.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you there, and I would love to see him start getting the High Templar out, because he's really going to need to make that transition here. Avilo has a lot of Vikings on the field now. He actually added, I believe... Oh, I thought he added a second star part, but no, it's only just 1.
Yep, he's got a total of 9.
Yeah, that's certainly more than enough to kill these Colossus pretty quickly. Colossus has, what, 350 hit points. Vikings have 2 attacks that do 14 damage each. 9 Vikings, that's 18 attacks. That should be enough to one-shot a Colossus if he attacks with all of them. Of course, that's not counting upgrades.
I just learned this in my newishness. I noticed that Vikings do extra damage versus armored units, and Colossus definitely count as armored.
Yep, that's why they're so good against them.
Good stuff.
I mean, really, anything that attacks air is good, because Colossus are, they actually get targeted as air units.
Yep, because they're massive.
Not because they're massive. Thors are also massive, they don't get targeted as air units. It's specifically a thing because Colossus are so tall.
Ah, okay.
And that's like, in particular, like Queens are actually really good against Colossus because they target them as air units, and Queens have a really strong anti-air attack.
Yeah, do Colossus still get hit by Terran missile turrets as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything that targets only air has no trouble hitting them. So, looks like Alemecia has actually pulled ahead here, and he's maxed out, so he's going to want to move out pretty soon here. Although he does have Psystorm on the way. I think it'd be best for him to move out now, free up some supply, and then remax with a bunch of High Templar and Charged Zealots. Avilo does have Ghosts, though.
Yep, there are about 4 Ghosts now. Nope, there's 8.
8 Ghosts, yeah.
And I don't see a nuke being built, but he's probably just going to use them for EMP, which is going to be really devastating.
Yeah, EMP is just so good against really all of Protoss' units, but in particular Sentries and the High Templar once they come out. And those Immortals, there's only a couple of them, but hey, it happens. Now this is pretty cool. We see Avilo throwing down a couple of command centers here in the middle of the map, so he's going to be setting up some planetary fortresses here.
That's epic.
He wants to hold the center of the map. I would have put these a little bit farther forward.
Oh, here we go. We've got to drop, or blink, sorry, up into the other base.
A little bit of blink harass with these stalkers.
Exactly.
They're pretty good for that. But he does drop 2 of the stalkers there on the retreat, so...
Oh, yeah.
A little unfortunate. A little bit of a miscontrol there, actually. But it happens. No big deal. Both players on 4 bases now. Well, actually, Alemecia is setting up his 4th, but he might as well be on 4 bases. However, look at this. Avilo's throwing down 4 more starports, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a fusion core. He's been powering Terran ship weapons upgrades, so we might see him go for mass battlecruisers in a moment.
And speaking of production facilities, do you know how many gateways Alemecia has?
This is, you know, I want to say this is actually pretty standard for Protoss. You get to this stage in the game, he's got 4 bases, he's got an insane amount of income. If we look at the income tab, it's over 2,000 minerals a minute. And at this point, you really want to be able to engage Terran, and then just remax with Zealots, like immediately throw down 20 more Zealots. And, you know, so he's got to get those gateways, partially as a mineral belt.
He's got about 22 of them that I count.
That's good, man. 22
Couple
gate.
Terrans running into their death here, and a scan.
Yeah, Avilo's gonna have to be careful here. He is gonna need to attack pretty soon so he can complete his air transition. Oh, look at this. He's got
Here
a
they
couple of
come.
drops. Speed banelings.
Speed bang.
He's got a couple of drops coming into the main here. Alemecia has a lot of cannons
These
here.
get picked off by the cannons. Oh, one of the medevacs goes down.
Yep, but he does not really kill any units with the drops, so Avilo is going to be able to focus down this Nexus. He's got 6 units here. Let's count this. He's got 6 units. He's going to kill this before any kind of defenses can come back.
Exactly. There goes the Nexus, and those probes are pretty angry.
Yeah, probes don't have high enough DPS to kill Marauders when they're being healed, so he's actually just going to get a bunch of free probe kills. But much more importantly, we have a huge battle happening here. And
Yes.
Avilo is dominating.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I almost missed the beginning of that, but yeah, the Vikings.
That was pretty important.
And at the same time, the drop continues in Alemecia's 4th. He's gonna sacrifice a couple of Marauders, but he's gonna get out with 1 medevac full units. At the same time, we got a drop coming from Alemecia. He's gonna attack Avilo's 4th, and Avilo has a lot of juicy command centers right here.
Yes, he does.
But I think he's got a big enough army that he can come back and handle this.
Mm-hmm.
Land the Vikings, do it. Man,
And at least a couple of them. Take half.
he's definitely going for
Rest
battle
away.
cruisers.
Oh, here we go. No, he's going to take out the war prison to deny any reinforcements.
Yep. Check this out. They've got tech labs. He's got the fusion core done. He's got +3 ship attacks on the way.
Oh, look at his main.
Oh shit! Counter drop from Alemecia. Man, I am just too distracted by random things.
So many things happening right now.
Absolutely, he's
All
using
kinds
snipe
of
on these
ganking.
zealots.
Dark Templars in here, taking out that engineering bay. We've got Marauders in the 4th base of Alemecia, still doing a lot of damage, chasing away that High Templar. We've got a huge mass of Marine Marauders moving out, and yeah, just lots of things that are broken.
Yeah, this is pretty intense so far. Both players setting up another base here, sort of the more exposed central expansions. And you know, Avilo was in a really good position earlier, and I would say he's still in a fantastic position. He's only he's 4 food behind, but he's got 6,000 resources in the bank, whereas Alemecia is kind of maxed right now. So I think it would be in Avilo's best interest to just go for a big army trade right now, and then quickly spend all his money on more units.
I'm not sure I agree with you there. This army could be pretty devastating. He doesn't have a whole lot of units left. Well, no, sorry. He's got 12 ghosts. He's fine.
Yeah, no, he would be totally fine attacking this. He could handle these High Templar really easily. Then it's just a bunch of zealots. However, I'd like to bring your attention to the 4 battlecruisers in production, the battlecruiser energy upgrade that's coming out, and the ship level 2 armor upgrade. Avilo's strategy looks kind of cool. He's got a lot of command centers right now. He's got some macro orbitals going on down here. He's got 5 in one base.
Yeah, he's just using those for mules, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Starport's going down.
And look at this. He's sitting on 50 SCVs, but he's pulling in 4,000 minerals a minute. This is really one of the strengths of Terran. As we get later and later into the game, he only needs SCVs for mining gas.
Exactly.
So, you know, I mean, it's a little too early for that, but it would always, of course, be really sweet if he could sacrifice all his SCVs and then go kill his opponent with a massive 200 bio army. People pointing out this one poor Marauder's had the whole game. His job has been to attack these backdoor rocks. Killed them by himself,
Finally.
though.
Wow. We had a couple Marauders and a Marine stim in there to just do a little bit of damage against Alemecia's base out in the middle, and they got promptly chased away by charge lots and are almost dead.
Yeah, forced to the retreat. Very good. Both players maxed again. We got a nuke almost done for Avilo.
Nice.
I just want to see these 2 players attack. You know, like we're sitting here and they're all like they're macroing and they have an insane amount of money. I just want to see them.
I want to see him send his battlecruisers in and just Yamato the crap out of his main.
That'd be really cool.
Base, really. Anything that's still mining, just completely destroy it.
That'd be pretty awesome. Or, you know, you take out a couple of tech structures. Looks like Avilo wants to get rid of some of his bio now. I totally agree with this decision because This bio's super low on health. It's kind of
He's gonna
useless.
pick it off, and oh, very nice.
Gets the Nexus.
Mm-hmm.
Most excellent. He should have counterattacked at the same time,
He should have.
but he didn't. Oh well. He could have multi-pronged the south here. No big deal.
Battle cruisers. You think you got enough of them there? You got about 7.
You can never have too many battle cruisers. The thing is, Alemecia is actually really low on anti-air. He's got a bunch of High Templar, which can use feedback, of course, but battle cruisers have more health than they do energy, so they don't get instant killed.
They do, exactly. They are tough. They have 550 and only 200 energy, so it would bring them to still below half health.
Yep, but with nothing else to hit air, I don't think he really needs to worry about it.
Mm-hmm. I like how Alemecia's got his army very spread out and pushed forward. He's right at the edge of the sensor tower that VT avilo just built. We've got a War Prism coming into the 4th base of VT avilo, and it's getting picked off pretty quick, so never mind.
Yep, but he is going to see all of these battle cruisers, and I think he's going to shit his pants because he's pretty much maxed and he doesn't have the appropriate tech to counter, so he kind of just has to go into this and go for the battle and see what happens.
Yep, here we go. VT avilo immediately picks up that command center and moves it away. Here come the battle cruisers. He's like thinking about it. Don't think about it. Just go.
Just go.
Just go. End it.
Yamato cannon,
Oh, feedback on it.
He's got all these. Oh my god, he had these ghosts and he like wasn't EMPing. It's like, what are you doing? Just EMP now. Anyway, he Yamatos the Archons. That's huge. One cool thing about Yamato cannon, in case you guys didn't know, is if you target it and it begins to attack, then it doesn't matter if the unit moves out of range. It will fire and it will travel, halfway across the map if it needs to.
Exactly.
My god. Anyway, we see that Alemecia is throwing down, look at this, 5 Stargates in the back of his base. He's going to be transitioning into most likely Void Ray, Carrier. And he's going to send his Stalkers up. This is really smart right here. Sending his Stalkers up into Avilo's main. It's not too smart to hit this supply depot. It'd be better to take out some production structures, but, he's inching forward. He's getting there.
Stalkers, you mean Colossus,
Colossus,
right?
yes. Sorry. Did I say Stalkers? No, he's sending his Colossus up here. They're on a suicide mission.
All the Vikings are coming over to take out the Colossus pretty handily. Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean, this of course looks kind of bad, but it was for sure planned. Because he's got his Zealots running into the one of Avilo's last remaining mining bases at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's using this to free up supply for his Stalkers and his air units that are going to be coming out soon.
This is a 32-minute game.
This has been an epic game.
Yeah.
I guess
There's so much happening. The players, like, they don't even, at one point, they don't even know what to do with their money, so each one just builds a bazillion facilities. Yeah. We saw 2 PFs built right next to each other, just because. Now there's 4.
Well, I mean, these make an excellent defense, except for against carriers. But people are pointing out some humorous things we can take a look at here. Alemecia's got a Nexus down here and nothing mining here, and then he's mining up here in the North expansion and has no Nexus there.
Yeah. Alemecicia has
This is great.
No money. He really needs that money.
He really needs to transfer his probes to where he has a Nexus. At the same time, Avilo has finally decided it is time to move out with his all-air army. Well, air ghost, actually, so whatever. He's got a lot of energy bars in here.
Yeah. Oh, he's moving the ghosts in first. He's got cloak on them.
Why did he Yamato the Stalkers?
Stalkers. So many Yamato cannons!
He's got cloak ghosts and they're not doing anything.
And there's the feedback.
He just cast feedback 5 times on one battle cruiser. And Alemecia is forced to GG after that, so Avila is going to lead the series 1-0.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, I'm going to be right back. That game was just